Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you have just watched my labour and birth vlog story, then yes, I am literally wearing the same clothes, sat in the same spot. I'm filming two videos, one after the other. Back pre-baby, I might have gone and changed my outfit just to mix it up a little bit, but nah, he's right here fast asleep, and yeah, I need to get it filmed before he wakes up. I'm sure you guys don't mind if I'm wearing the same thing. So I've been really looking forward to filming this. I think because I work on social media and I see a lot of pregnant people who've just given birth, and there's not a lot of honest chat about postpartum life, after birth life. And I really wanted to sit down and just have a really raw chat about it. I know that there's a lot of first-time mums who follow me or watch my channel, and this could be really interesting because I know that when I had my first baby, like if you're new to my channel, this is my second baby, who is 1 week old, so I'm still very much in the postpartum world right now. Yeah, with my first son, I felt so shocked by some of the things that go on after birth, and I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue what to expect. So I just want to share what it's really like after you have a baby. So like I said just a minute ago, I had a baby a week ago. He is 7 days old today. He is right here, so you will hear him making those little baby noises. He is asleep. Fingers crossed he stays asleep while I do this video. So yeah, it was only a week ago and I'm still very much postpartum. My body is still very much in recovery. So the first thing I would say is the recovery is quite long. Like, I think maybe before I had babies, I thought maybe you'd be sore and bleeding for a day or two, and that is just couldn't be further from the truth. So let's be honest, I'm 1 week in and I'm still bleeding. So I would say it's normal to bleed for a week or two if you're not breastfeeding. So I am not breastfeeding, I'm bottle feeding, so I can't speak for breastfeeding mummies, but for me, who's bottle feeding, I'm on day 7 and I'm still bleeding. It's light, much lighter than it was, but I still need to wear a pad. So a week in and still bleeding. I'm also a week in and my boobs are still killing me. Again, I am bottle feeding, so I'm trying to dry my milk, and the reality is that I wear a bra day and night, a tight bra with pads in it. I mean, I'm touching them now, I shouldn't be. I don't touch them, I don't fiddle with them, I leave them alone, and they are really tender still and really sore to touch, and that is a week in. So yeah, the first thing I would say is it's a long recovery. The first thing I think that really shocked me about after birth is the amount of blood loss that you have. Like, it's heavy for days and days. You'll be changing your pad every hour or two for days and days and days, and that was something that really shocked me. Obviously then you're sore if you have stitches. I had an episiotomy and a small tear as well. Yeah, so you're really sore from the stitches as well. Then your tummy in general just feels really sore because obviously you have vacated a human. You get this jelly belly where your belly doesn't go down. Like, my belly hasn't finished going down yet. My belly is still going down and I'm a week in. So you've got that to deal with as well. Then on day 3 you get your milk, and that is painful, very painful. And you get a surge of hormones when you get your milk, so you'll be crying on and off. Like, postpartum life is not straightforward, okay? So the more mentally prepared you are for it, the better. Like, second time round is a really different experience for me because I knew what to expect, but first time round it was just a shock of my life. So to be able to talk better about postpartum life, I opened up a Q&A, and I'm going to answer the questions, and I'm going to answer them completely honestly. Okay, is the pain and the stinging really bad? Okay, so your first your first few wees can be a bit stingy and painful, but I have got a little trick for you. If you get a little jug or a little cup of water and just slowly pour it on yourself while you're weeing, that helps break down the acidity in your wee and stops the stinging from being as bad. But would I describe the pain of postpartum as bad? Not down there. It's livable, but one thing I did struggle with in those first few days, pain-wise, was afterbirth pains. So if it's your first baby, you probably won't get them, or if you do, they'll be relatively mild. But with every baby that you have, the afterbirth pains get worse. And the only way I can describe them is contractions. They're basically like contractions. And I was having them sort of throughout the day, and in the evening I was getting them really quite heavily, and they were bad. Like, some of them I'd have to sort of really hold my breath while I was having it. I said to Clint, it feels like I'm in labour. Like, these really feel like contractions. So pain-wise, I'd say that was the most painful bit, but they've stopped now, so that was only for like a couple of days. Do you find it annoying seeing influencers post unrealistic postpartum photos? I'm struggling with this. This is a really interesting question, and I had to think a little bit about this. So I totally know what you mean, and I think there's very much two different types of influencers who do this. I think there's the ones who just look incredible, and that's just the honest truth. Like, some women just bounce back, literally bounce back, and it would be unfair to sort of hate them for it. as much as I wish we could all bounce back like these women, some women just do, and it's not their fault. It's just that their body is just much better at bouncing back. Everybody is so different. So there are some women out there on Instagram who just look incredible like the day they give birth, and that's just the way it is, and I wouldn't want to resent them or anything for that, because, you know, good on you. But then, yeah, there are certain accounts that can be unrealistic, and I do find that unhealthy for other women. So my biggest piece of advice, I suppose, is if you follow someone who makes you feel that way, it is so easy to not follow them. Like, all you have to do is click unfollow and you will never see that person again. Like, it's not a personal thing, they'll never even know that you did it. But if someone is making you feel down about yourself because they seem to be recovering better, don't follow them, because there's literally no good can come of that. Just don't follow them, is my best advice. Is showering easy? Okay, so what you might have, and what I had with both of my births, is I had a bath immediately after my stitches, which might sound weird and like that would hurt, but oh my god, baths are really lovely and soothing. Showers as well, I think that they're really lovely. Like, they're not painful at all. Just let that warm water just run over your sore little nunny and stitches, and it will do them the world of good. The only bit that is tricky with showering is obviously drying afterwards. So, you know, just be really careful when you're drying yourself down there. Just dab really gently. I actually saw on my friend Sarah's Instagram, who gave birth a day apart from me, that someone had suggested that she use a hairdryer to dry her bits after the shower, and I just thought that is genius. So there you go, you could try that. Are you finding it hard with a newborn and a toddler? Well, the thing is, he's not really a toddler anymore, he's 4. He's a really good age. You know, he can entertain himself pretty well. You can explain things really clearly to him. So we haven't found it too much of a shock so far. However, I am still very much in baby bubble land. Like, Clint is at home. He's been at home this entire week, and he has another week at home with us as well. So I don't feel like I've had an accurate experience of having 2 children yet, because we are both there to sort of tag team. When I have, what I want to do is when I have my first day on my own with the boys, I'm going to try really hard to vlog it. So yeah, eventually there will be a day on my own vlog coming up, and we'll see how I get on. Did you personally use anything like Spritz for Bits, and did it really help? Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So there's a lot of things on the market that claim that they can help, you know, with the swelling and the soreness down below. One of the things I'd actually never heard of, but my sister-in-law raved about it, and she went and bought me some, bless her, which is called Spritz for Bits, which is like in a little plastic spray bottle. And basically the idea is when you change your sanitary pad, that you just give yourself a little spritz. It's really sort of cooling and soothing, and what I've also been doing is spraying it on the actual sanitary pad as well. And yeah, I would recommend it. It's like an instant sort of soothing relief. How bad really is the bleeding? People keep telling me that I'll need adult nappies and pads, but I'm thinking surely it won't be that much. Yeah, as I've mentioned a few times in the video, it really is that much. It's a lot. There's a lot of blood, and you will need some seriously big old adult sanitary pads, and you will be changing them frequently. There might be some little clots in the blood as well. If you get a big clot, ring the midwife, but there might be little ones. I mean, it's gruesome. I suffered with a high fever when my breast milk came in. Did you suffer with this? Yes. Listen to this. This is a weird story. So the night before my milk came in, a few nights ago, actually it was on Leo's birthday, and I woke up like an hour later and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was shaking so much, shaking head to toe, uncontrollable shakes. My teeth were shattering, like my whole body was shaking. Like, obviously I was holding Cooper. I was walking up the stairs like really carefully. Like, it was hard to even walk up the stairs because I was just shaking so much. Woke up Clint, and he was like, his eyes were like saucers. He was like, what the hell's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. It was a bit scary. Like, so obviously he took the baby off me and he like wrapped me up in the duvet and tried to like just warm me up. But it was about half an hour of my whole body just shaking. He was worried I had an infection or something, but after about half an hour of him just like rubbing me and wrapping me up, it started to slow down. So I had no idea what was going on, but it stopped. The next day I felt fine. Well, I didn't feel fine. My milk had come in. So after speaking to my auntie, who is a midwife, luckily, yeah, it was her who told me that that can happen just before your milk comes in. So there you go. I had no idea what was going on. It was a bit scary, but if it happens to you, don't worry, because apparently, yes, you can get a fever and the shakes when your milk comes in. So that happened to me, and that could happen to you. So if it does, just don't worry. Lots of people are asking if I've had piles. I actually haven't. If I had, I would just say and I would just tell you all about it. But no, I actually haven't had piles. I think I did, because of all the pushing, I think I did prolapse a little bit. Clint said when they were stitching me up that it did look like I'd prolapsed a little bit, but I think that's sort of just corrected itself. Because no, I don't feel like I have piles down there. I've got my discharge appointment on Tuesday, and I am going to get them to have a look. But I don't think so. If I did, I would tell you all about it. What's the first poo like? Terrifying. Literally terrifying. And it was the same with Leo. I remember I think I did it on like day 2. I think that's when the moment happened. I could feel it was coming. I knew what was coming. But in your mind, if you've had stitches, like a tear and stitches like I have, all you can see is just your stitches and, you know, oh my god, you just have the worst mental image in your head. So it's a bit scary, but it's only the thought of it is scary. It's absolutely fine. You know, I sat on the toilet, I didn't push. I just let my body do its thing, and it was totally fine. I mean, wiping takes like an hour because you're so like delicate. I would recommend wet wipes to wipe for your first couple of toilet trips. So yeah, I would say it's scary and you won't want to do it, and you'll think that you're gonna like tear in half, but I promise it's fine. How did you cope with being overdue? I didn't. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I was just a miserable cow. I didn't cope at all. What's the one thing that you wish someone had told you to expect? With my first, I would say the emotions took me the most by surprise. Like the overwhelming feeling of being overwhelmed, the tears, the pressure. And if I could go back in time, with my first, I would just tell myself to relieve that pressure. No one's watching you. No one's judging you. Do your thing, follow your gut, and tell people if you're feeling overwhelmed. That'd be what I'd tell myself. How do you look so amazing after birth? Now, the reason I'm reading this one out is because I don't, okay? I have brushed my hair and put on makeup purely because I'm filming this video. I live in my dressing gown, which usually has baby sick on it, with hair like Hagrid, and I've got a big jelly belly, which I posted on my Instagram just a few days ago if you want to go and have a look. So please don't think that I am just strolling around with my hair all styled and a full face of makeup. I'm not, and I don't, it's nice to, like, this has been nice, putting on a bit of makeup, but yeah, I'm not bothered either way. Everyone talks about the lack of sleep. How much sleep are you really getting? Okay, so I don't want to come across like unrealistic here. You know, this is my second baby. He has been like some sort of angel baby. Like, I don't know what's going on, but at the moment, at night, he is sort of sleeping for about 5 hours. Like, yeah, which is unheard of. Just to let you know, that is really rare. Like, a 1 week old, like with Leo, I would normally expect him to wake up every couple of hours for a feed, but he has started going sort of 4 to 5 hours between feeds at night. So we're feeling pretty good, to be honest, because that's enough to get like a decent block of sleep. Like I said, it wasn't with my first. I was really sleep deprived with Leo, felt really sleep deprived. He was up every couple of hours. So every baby is so different. So I don't want you to think just because I've said that like your baby should be doing that, because my first baby didn't. But this baby, for some reason, just loves to sleep. As soon as the baby comes out, does the pain go instantly? Yeah, I think this is the weirdest thing about childbirth, and it blows my mind. You can be in the worst pain of your entire life, and don't get me wrong, that's what it is. Like, having those contractions and pushing that head out at the end is, you'll never experience anything like it. Like, you're in so much pain, and then you feel, and then you push and you feel the body come out, and it's gone in a second. And that just blows my mind. How can you go from being in that much pain to just smiling and like crying with happiness in a second? Like, it's crazy. So yeah, as soon as the baby vacates, contractions stop, and you're just so delirious with happiness that you forget the fact that your nunny is like torn open, and they come and stitch it up straight away. But yeah, isn't that crazy? The pain does stop. Like, the labour pain stops as soon as the baby comes out. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because this video has been going on for ages. But there you go, that was my raw postpartum chat. Nothing too gory. Because it is gory, and like, there's no point to, you know, fannying about and not saying it how it is. Let's just say it how it is. It's unglamorous, but it's not forever. It's not forever. It's only for a few weeks, and then your body slowly starts to recover, and you will get back the body that you remember. It might not look the same, but you will love it because it made a baby and he's still asleep. Absolute jackpot. Maybe I'll film another video in the same outfit. No, I'm not going to. Too much. But guys, thank you so much for watching my postpartum chat and Q&A. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and go and follow me on Instagram because I'm updating on there all the time at the moment, our little baby bubble life. And when I get a minute, I will sit down and film my next video. Who knows when that's going to be. I will try and do it as soon as possible. Obviously life is a little bit crazy right now, but I will see you guys really soon in my next video.